Well, good morning everybody. This is Capri in Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward, and in today's video, we're going to go ahead and talk about making 1,000,000 gil by leveling mining. This is an updated version for Heavensward, and I will link my first mining video in the description below. And as always, most of the details will be listed in the description below, so you can copy and paste that for your own use. I say most, since in mid-December I'll be launching a blog where I post the entire leveling route, as well as other gil making and leveling blogs. So now we're going to talk about the materials that I tested out to see how well they're doing in Heavensward. So the first item on the list to talk about is Alumen. Alumen is a level 19 material, and you can start farming it at level 16. However, if you wait a couple levels until you're level 19 or a little bit higher, you will increase your experience yield per hour simply because you will have the gathering rate to hit it. Alumen is found in Eastern Thanalan around position 1820. The second item on the list is Grade 1 Carbonized Matter. This item is used to attach level 1 materia to gear, which is often used even on the max level gear to optimize stats. As a gil saving tip, go ahead and use Grade 2 Carbonized Matter to attach level 1 materia because it is half the price of Grade 1. Another nice thing about Grade 1 Carbonized Matter is that as you outlevel it, when you come back to it, you will see an occasional bonus proc. This will allow you to gather an additional 1 or 2 items at swing. I saw it proc up to 6 at one point, and this bonus, along with King's Yield, can help you gather more items per hour, meaning it has an even higher gil per hour rate. Grade 1 Carbonized Matter is a level 20 item, and it is found in Middle Anasia around position 15-9. Next, we're going to go ahead and talk about Effervescent Water and Silver Ore. These items are found on the same node in the South Shroud around position 16-19. Effervescent Water is level 24 and Silver Ore is level 25. These were 2 items that I really could not keep stocked on the market board, and I had to return like 4 or 5 times because I had completely run out. And these 2 items are where a majority of my gil at the end of the video came from. Alright, time to move on to Silex. Silex is found in Southern Thanalan around position 22-29. Silex is a level 27 material. In my first video, we did Bomb Ash. In this video, we're going to flip-flop because Bomb Ash is now a vendor item. Next up is Brimstone and Siltstone. In my first mining video, Siltstone was an item that I said not to list too many at a time. However, since they introduced desynthesis, this market has started selling in bulk and the value has not dropped. Brimstone is a level 29 material and Siltstone is a level 30. They are found in Upper Lunasia around position 1325, and I found the fastest way to get here is to teleport to Aleport and then run north. Next on the list is Mythril Ore. This is a level 35 material, and it is found in Southern Thanalan around position 2540. Then next up is Grenade Ash. Grenade Ash is a level 40 material, and it is gathered in Northern Thanalan around position 2127. For item number 10 that we're going to talk about Black Alumen. Black Alumen is also a level 40 material, and it is found in the South Shroud around position 2822. The next item on the list, this one didn't really work out so well for me. I'm not too sure why, but this is Electrum Ore, and it's level 43, and you can farm it up in Upper Lunasia around position 3024. But just because it didn't work out for me doesn't mean that it won't work out for you, so always double check the prices on your server and then decide from there. And then moving back to Northern Thanalan, you will find Basilisk Egg, which is a level 46 material, and Cobalt Ore, which is level 47. And this is in Northern Thanalan at position 2224. And then the last thing that we're going to talk about is Grade 3 Carbonized Matter. I want to say that this is a really good seller, however, I did not gather up enough before I hit level 50 to really be able to test the market, nor did I give it enough time. And then to the most important part of making gil, and that is listing. Thankfully for miners, this is pretty easy, since a majority of the items listed in this video are needed in bulk. So unless if your competition has too many stacks of them, you won't need to worry about undercutting. Even if you are not the first listing buyers see when they search for their materials, that doesn't matter too much when they need 2 or 3 stacks or more, and you get multiple buyers. There are a couple exceptions to this rule, of course, and these are the Grade 1 Carbonized Matter, which can do well in full stacks, but it seemed to sell the fastest when split in the stacks of 9 or 10. Silex did not sell in full stacks at all, thus I had to alter the stack size. It seemed to do better in in stacks of 10 or 20. It is not a consistent seller though, but I am not too worried about it. I have plenty to sell at any given time if I have run out of items I wish to sell. As for everything else on this list, you will do fine with full stacks or whatever stack sizes that you have. And then for the last thing to talk about is how often you should list. Before any gathering session, you should check the market board to look for anything that is worth your time. Today's video was primarily focused on items needed in bulk, and I skipped over the raw gems since they deserve their own video. However, check the prices to see if there's something in there for you. Listing any items that you have on hand before you start your gil making method of choice will allow them more time to sell. If you are planning on doing a longer gathering day, such as 3 or more hours, take a break and list what you have halfway through. This is great for items that sell often, since as you farm, you will see what you need to gather more of. And then listing at the end of your gathering session, and this is when you have the most items to choose from, giving you the selection of what you wish to sell now or wait to sell later. Start with the items that tend to sell in bulk. If something is underpriced, sit on it and wait for the prices to go back up again. If there are only 1 or 2 undervalued listings, you can still put them up at the proper value. And if you want to try your hand at flipping, buy up the undervalued listings, and if they are listed for at most 75% of their normal value, this, once sold, should give you a profit of 15%. After that, fill in the gaps with the items that are needed in specific stack sizes, such as Carbonized Matter and Silex. These are also great for when you run out of bulk items in the middle of your week and you don't have time to go out and gather more. After that, you may want to consider pulling everything off of your retainers once every day or two, depending on how much time you have. And pulling everything off of the market boards to relist everything will help you keep an eye on the market trends. To go into deeper detail about market trends, you can definitely use a spreadsheet if you want. This can make you an even more successful gil maker no matter what you are, if you are a farmer, gatherer, crafter, spirit bonder, or flipper. I personally go by feel, so that even if you are not formal about your gil making, you can still make a decent amount of gil. When you're looking at market trends, you are not only looking at the price that they are today, but when you can look consistently throughout the week, you will see their trend in their high and low price points. After you see how much they're being listed for, next, check the market history to see how often they sell, what people are actually paying for them, and what stack sizes that they are actually buying. Pay attention to the names of the buyers, and if somebody purchases multiple stacks, that is something worth noting. Whoopsie, I forgot to mention Brimstone. So Brimstone is one of the items that I should have listed earlier as one of those things that you should sell in smaller stack sizes. So pay attention to the market boards and see for yourself. Other things worth noting but not sold in the making of this video include shards. You can gather shards, and it is the ideal item to gather when you're below level 10. Leveling to 7 using shards and quests only took half an hour. After that, I gathered a small handful before I actually buckled down to leveling on Wednesday between getting off work, getting the kids ready for school, and getting them to school. We won't go into too much detail here since they deserve their own video, and there are plenty of them out there. Shards, along with ventures and cordials, which are potions that give you 300 GP when used, can be earned by completing leaf quests. And then we have maps. These can be gathered from level 40 or higher nodes. Once again, these are worth their own video, and none were sold in the making of this video. Let's replay this beautiful piece of footage where I sold a bunch of mithril, high quality mithril that was almost 100,000 gil while I got the map, while I was working on a minor quest. And again, beautiful! Since becoming a YouTuber, I have definitely come down to a bunch of screaming at the computer when things don't go my way, but even worse when things do go my way. This is probably the moment that I was screaming at the computer the worst. Oh well, thankfully my family is actually pretty used to it. To those who are leveling or are about to level, other tips to make it go faster is to discover everything on the node that you were on or near. But the experience is not worth making a special trip. My leveling was an almost straight shot of quests, leaves, and gathering the materials listed in this video for 30-minute sessions. You can also use Grand Company provisioning missions, Exali dailies, and so forth, but you can still level quickly without using them. I leveled from 10 to 50 in 6 days and about 30 hours of work, and now let's see how much gil I got. So from my first retainer, we got 1,039,000. Alright, we're done with our video. But let's disregard the second retainer of 862,000 gil for a grand total of 1,900,000. Alright, I would like to thank you all for watching my video, and a big thank you to everybody who's been watching my videos in the past. I am now celebrating 50,000 total views and over 460 subscribers. And today I went ahead and tried my hand at a little bit longer of a video, so I would really appreciate it if you would comment on if you did or didn't like it in the comments below. Oh, I also forgot to mention, materia was also not sold in this video.
Happy gathering.
Happy gathering!